global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello guys, welcome to Global Happenings. Today we have a trending news for you, and the headline reads, "Shocking, see how Buhari's government's hatred for Igbo is exposed. IPOB reacts, see details." But before we go into the news proper and further analysis, we do like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button below. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Don't also forget to like and share our videos. Okay, let's go straight into the news of the day. The indigenous people of Biafra, aka IPOB, on Saturday alleged that the President Muhammad Buhari-led federal government hates the Southeasterners so much. IPOB claimed that the lopsidedness of the government's ongoing disbursement of palliative to poor Nigerians to cushion the effect of the lockdown over the coronavirus pandemic showed hatred for the Southeast in all totality. The group lamented that while the National Cash Transfer Office handling the disbursement had concentrated on people from the northern zones, only few persons in one state of the Southeast were remembered in the legacies. That's strange. That's actually not acceptable. In a statement by its spokesperson, Ima Power for the group said a critical analysis of the information on the database of the NCT office on the number of beneficiaries from the legacies on zone-by-zone basis reveals that the Southeast is at the bottom of the table, just after South-South, whereas the northern zones come top. This is very provocative and a blatant confirmation that Nigeria has incurable hatred for Igbo and indeed other Biafrans in the old eastern region. This continued rejection and humiliation of the people of old eastern region is a confirmation that the Fulani-led federal government does not see us as part of this concocted cage called Nigeria. Nigeria state and her agency headed by Fulani people are making it more open for those who don't know that Biafras are not part of Nigeria. It baffles IPOB why NCT office limited the number of beneficiaries of cash transfer from the federal government to paltry 3,253 in Southeast as a whole and 10,429 to South-South as a whole, respectively. This is more annoying when juxtaposed with the number of beneficiaries from the northern zones and the southwestern zone. For instance, the record in NCT office further shows that the beneficiaries' distribution as follows: Northwest, 112,744 persons; North Central, 88,008; Northeast, 44,405; and Southwest, 39,134. What other information does this criminal discrimination shows other than the open rejection for Southeast and South-South zones? Can the world now see why we earnestly yell for Biafra? Our renewed and unwavering agitation for Biafra is anchored on the truth that we have been reduced to dehumanizing second-class citizens in the Nigeria our fathers fought so hard to free from the British colonialism. We shall not give up in our quest for Biafra until this task is achieved, because that's only where our dignity, security, and justice as a people can be guaranteed. If the Buhari-led federal government can have the guts to discriminate against Nigerians in a time like this, when there is global pandemic, at no time shall Biafrans expect love and equal treatment from the federal government. It's more annoying, considering the fact that the bulk of the resources that sustain Nigeria come from oil revenue in Biafra land. Again, majority of the individual donors towards the relief effort on COVID-19 pandemic, aka coronavirus, also came from Biafra. What have we done to deserve this unending hatred by Nigeria? Well, you have heard what the IPOB person Publicity Secretary said in the presence of Ima Powerful. When we saw this particularly, our our heart bled because I thought about it all. Why would you single out a particular region for whatever reason? The truth of the matter is, south or southeast, all amassed as the old eastern region, are also part of Nigeria, at least for the now. And making it quite obvious that for whatever reason that these guys that are in the northeast or north central, because if you do cumulative calculation, just find out in fact the whole bulk money goes straight down to the north. Now, is it the fault of any Nigerian whatsoever that particular region, that's the northern region, is deliberately backward? It's no one's fault really. If you check most of the head offices in Nigeria, I'm talking about commercial nerve centers, are actually in Southwest. I'm talking about Lagos State. Another one that is quite renowned is also in Port Harcourt, which is the oil-rich state. Now, the truth be told, Abuja is the FCT of the nation, but then things are also happening in Kaduna and Kanu and all that. Why would there is no particular region that has, like one would say, there's no particular tribe that has custody of terrorism. There's no particular tribe that has custody of troublemaking. Every tribe has capacity to make trouble, but then some tribe made up their mind not to make trouble, but rather to make a living out of whatever situation. They make lemonade from the life's lemon, or what life have given to them, the bitterness of life. They've turned it to a nice drink that will give them some sort of relief. Now, if you check the southeast, particularly, let me single out southeast, there are no headquarters of most companies there. In fact, Innocent Motor had to move in. Some of these renowned Igbo guys had to move down to the southeast, to give it some sort of buffering. Now, the truth be told, most of the headquarters of most banks, most industries, parastatals, apart from Aba, which is also basically is an Igbo market space. Most commercial nerve centers are actually out of the southeastern state. What it means is that industrialization, though most of the Igbos are known to be very industrial centric, but they are actually not in the eastern region. It doesn't mean that there are no poor persons in the east. It only means that they have made up their mind not to beg. They have made up. You rarely would see an Igbo man begging on the street. I stand to be corrected. You rarely would see an Igbo man with his leg pinning him and begging and bambiala. You rarely would see that, but it's very common with the Margiris and all that. Now the question is, now what you're doing, giving the palliatives and single-handedly making the north now like you're giving a picture, Nigeria, a very unique picture that Nigeria is actually for the north, ruled by the north and for the north, and what it means also is that if you are from the north, then you are the ruling class. You're not just the ruling class, you are the first citizen, and every other tribe follows, becomes second class. It's so bad really that you can't tell me that any region is a custodian of the poor. If you go critically even to the urban areas, you also see the poor. Look, Nigerians, there are no jobs. A lot of graduates have gotten jobs, as in they have finished their universities, polytechnics. There are no jobs. Some of them are doing menial jobs, but they can't go back to the villages simply because they need to survive. They need to prove to their parents that their monies they used to send them to school is not a waste. So you see them picking menial jobs here and there to make ends meet. Some persons sleep under the bridge, not because they love to sleep under the bridge, but simply because there's no way they can pay for the accommodation that is available. You see some people going into scamming business. It's not because they love to, but there are no jobs. Now, some persons don't desire to, but they have to because they have to feed. Now, this palliative, that's this cushioning effect, free food, quote unquote, by the government, given to everyone on lockdown. Now, let's look at this very critically. Is it that it's only the north that is on lockdown? No. Everyone is on lockdown. Now, we understand that some persons can afford 3 square meal, but look around you. Let it be a cut across thing. Let every region feel the impact. Don't begin to single out a particular region. Is it whose fault is it that the north are the one that are far backward? How did they arrive at this particular calculation that it is not the north that deserves it? That is, it's so glaring. It's so amazing. I tend to agree to a great extent that the figures are too open looking at it at a glance, you just see the marginalization. I don't know how they did the calculations and they assumed that the North must take the whole, box sum. I would have preferred a situation where they should have done some sort of zoning, some sort of rationing, some percentages, so that if you check it, it's no one's fault. We call it one Nigeria, right? Then every tribe, every region should feel the oneness. How do I mean? If you're going to give 30% of whatever it is you want to give to the North, that 30% should cut across all regions. We're all one Nigeria, right? Good. Now, if you don't want us to feel that it's not one Nigeria, then you can make a particular region where you're from to take the box up. Then other regions, and that shows that, some people are more citizen than the other based on what we are seeing. And unfortunately, it's only normal, for everyone to come to that conclusion that this dispensation looks like the dispensation of the North, by the North and ruled for the North, and it's really not encouraging. It will keep making other regions to begin to agitate for freedom, to keep making other tribes and ethnicity to feel marginalized in their own country, because we don't even understand the yardstick for their calculation. Are you saying that other regions don't even have people who are really poor? Or you're saying because some persons have made up their mind to leave the street from begging and decide to work hard, they don't deserve to get some sort of palliatives in this time and season? I feel that the government needs to rethink this and come up with something better. But unfortunately, I know that the government of the day we have, once they make up their mind, they go through with it. But that's the thing is, what do you think? Let's go to a comment section. Do you totally agree with what IPOB members are saying, that the North, the government, Buhari-led government, have strong hatred for the Igbos? Or do you just think that just mere being emotional and they're just being dramatic in their accusation of the presidency? Let's interact in our comment section. Don't forget to like and share our video. Stay tuned for more updates on